Today we have an important update that millions of Americans have been waiting to hear. Congress has now given final approval to a new measure connected to Social Security payments, and many beneficiaries may see an extra payment this month. This development has created a lot of attention because it directly affects retirees, seniors, and people who depend on Social Security as a major part of their monthly income. In this video, we will clearly explain what this approval means, who could receive the additional payment when the money may arrive, and why this change is happening right now. The goal is to make this information simple and easy to understand so that anyone receiving Social Security benefits can know exactly what is going on and what to expect next. For many older Americans, Social Security is more than just a government program. It is the financial foundation that helps pay for housing, food, medical expenses, and everyday needs. After decades of work, retirees rely on their monthly benefits to maintain stability and independence. Because of that, any announcement involving an additional payment or adjustment immediately becomes very important. News about an extra payment often raises both excitement and confusion because people want to know whether they qualify, how much money may be coming, and whether any action is required to receive it. The recent approval from Congress focuses on financial relief connected to the ongoing cost pressures that many households have been experiencing over the past few years. The cost of living has increased in several areas that directly affect seniors. Food prices have risen, housing costs have continued to climb in many communities, and medical care has become more expensive for many retirees. Even though Social Security benefits are adjusted each year through the cost of living adjustment, sometimes those increases do not fully cover the real expenses people face month after month. Because of these pressures, lawmakers have been discussing ways to provide additional support to beneficiaries who rely on fixed incomes. The newly approved measure is part of those efforts. It is designed to deliver financial relief to people receiving Social Security benefits, including retirees, survivors, and individuals with disabilities. The extra payment is not meant to replace the regular monthly benefit. Instead, it works as an additional amount that may arrive during the same month as a normal payment. Understanding how Social Security payments work can help explain why an extra payment is being discussed now. Social Security benefits are typically paid on a monthly schedule based on a beneficiary's birth date or the type of benefit they receive. Most retirees receive their payments on either the second, third, or fourth Wednesday of the month. People who began receiving benefits many years ago may receive their payment earlier in the month. Supplemental Security income recipients usually receive their payments on the first day of each month. Sometimes, because of the calendar, beneficiaries may receive two payments within a single month. This does not always mean extra money, but in certain situations, lawmakers approve additional support payments that are separate from the regular monthly benefit. The recent congressional approval has sparked attention because it involves an additional amount intended to help certain beneficiaries during a period when many households are facing financial pressure. One of the reasons this news matters so much is that a large portion of retirees depend heavily on Social Security income. Studies have shown that many older Americans rely on their monthly benefits to cover the majority of their living expenses. For some households, Social Security provides half or more of their total income. For others, it represents nearly all of the money coming in each month. When costs rise faster than expected, it can create serious challenges for people living on fixed budgets. Another important factor behind this decision involves the long-term goal of protecting the financial stability of seniors. Lawmakers often debate different ways to strengthen Social Security while also responding to short-term economic pressures. When Congress approves additional payments or temporary relief measures, the intention is often to provide immediate help while broader discussions about the program continue. The current announcement has generated widespread attention because it signals that lawmakers recognize the financial challenges many seniors are facing. Even a modest extra payment can make a meaningful difference for someone who needs to pay a medical bill, buy groceries, or manage unexpected expenses. For retirees who carefully plan their monthly budgets, knowing that additional support may arrive can help reduce financial stress. Another reason this update is receiving attention is that many Americans still remember the stimulus payments that were distributed in recent years. Those payments were designed to help households manage economic disruptions and rising costs. While the newly approved measure is not identical to the earlier stimulus programs, it reflects a similar idea, providing targeted financial relief to people who may need extra help. In the coming sections of this discussion, we will go through the details step by step so that everything becomes clear. We will explain what the extra payment could look like, how it may appear in a beneficiary's account, and what factors determine eligibility. We will also talk about the payment schedule and how the timing may work for different groups of beneficiaries. It is important to remember that information about government programs can sometimes become confusing, especially when multiple announcements appear at the same time. Headlines may mention large numbers or dramatic changes, but the real details are often more specific. That is why it is helpful to slow down and carefully understand what has actually been approved and how it may affect individual beneficiaries. The goal of this explanation is to provide clear and practical information that seniors and their families can rely on. Many retirees like to plan ahead and know exactly what to expect from their Social Security payments. By understanding the latest developments, beneficiaries can feel more confident about their financial situation and make informed decisions about their monthly expenses. Another important part of this conversation involves recognizing how Social Security fits into the broader support system for older adults. In addition to retirement benefits, the program also provides disability benefits, survivor benefits, and supplemental security income for individuals with limited resources. Any change or adjustment connected to these programs can potentially affect millions of Americans. Because the program serves such a large number of people, even small policy changes can have a wide impact. That is one reason announcements from Congress often receive significant attention from retirees and advocacy groups. When lawmakers approve additional support payments, it reflects ongoing efforts to respond to the needs of beneficiaries. At the same time, it is important for beneficiaries to stay informed and understand how these updates apply to their own situation. Not every policy change affects every recipient in the same way. Some payments may apply only to certain groups, while others may reach a broader population. Understanding these details helps avoid confusion and ensures that people know what to expect. For now, the key takeaway is that Congress has finalized approval for a measure connected to Social Security payments that could result in an additional amount reaching beneficiaries this month. While the exact details may vary depending on individual circumstances, the purpose behind the decision is clear. Lawmakers are trying to provide additional financial support to Americans who rely on Social Security during a time when living costs remain high. This update is especially important for seniors who carefully track their monthly income and expenses. When an extra payment becomes available, even a relatively small amount can help cover important needs. Whether it goes toward groceries, utility bills, prescription medications, or other everyday costs, additional support can provide meaningful relief. As we continue through this discussion, we will explain how these payments may be distributed and what beneficiaries should watch for in the coming weeks. Understanding the payment process helps people avoid unnecessary worry and ensures they recognize legitimate deposits when they arrive. As we reach the end of this discussion, it is important to bring together everything we have talked about and understand why this update matters for millions of Americans who depend on Social Security. The approval from Congress for an additional Social Security payment this month represents more than just a single financial adjustment. It reflects the ongoing effort to support retirees, seniors, and other beneficiaries who rely on these benefits to maintain stability and security in their everyday lives. For many people, Social Security is not simply a government program that sends a monthly payment. It is a dependable source of income that helps cover essential needs after years of work and contribution to the system. It provides support for housing, groceries, utilities, transportation, and medical care. When lawmakers approve an additional payment connected to these benefits, it becomes significant because it directly affects the financial well-being of the people who rely on that income the most. Throughout this explanation, we have talked about the main idea behind the congressional approval and why it has attracted so much attention. The central message is that lawmakers recognize the financial pressures many seniors continue to face. Even though regular Social Security payments and cost of living adjustments are designed to keep benefits aligned with inflation, real-world expenses often change quickly. Food prices, rent, insurance, and healthcare costs can rise faster than expected, and that can place serious pressure on people living on fixed incomes. An additional payment, even if it is modest compared with a full monthly benefit, can provide meaningful help during times when expenses feel overwhelming. For some retirees, that extra amount can help cover an unexpected bill. For others, it may provide relief when paying for prescriptions, groceries, or utility costs that have increased over time. The purpose of the payment is to provide support during a period when many Americans are still adjusting to higher living costs. It is also important to remember that Social Security serves a wide range of beneficiaries. Retired workers make up the largest group, but the program also supports individuals with disabilities, surviving spouses, and family members who depend on these benefits for financial stability. Because of this, any change connected to Social Security reaches millions of households across the country. When Congress approves a measure that could increase payments, the impact spreads far beyond a single group of retirees. Another key point to remember is that this extra payment does not replace the regular monthly Social Security benefit. Beneficiaries will continue to receive their standard payments according to the established schedule. The additional amount is designed to provide temporary financial relief rather than permanently change the benefit formula. Understanding this distinction helps avoid confusion about how the payment fits into the overall Social Security system. The payment schedule is another important aspect of this update. Social Security benefits are distributed on a structured timeline that depends on when a person began receiving benefits and the date of their birth. Because of this schedule, some beneficiaries may see payments earlier in the month while others receive them later. Even though the timing may vary, the goal is to ensure that eligible recipients receive the additional support during the same general period. For retirees who carefully manage their budgets, knowing when payments arrive can make a major difference. Many seniors plan their monthly expenses around the expected arrival of Social Security deposits. Mortgage payments, rent, insurance, and other recurring bills are often scheduled according to that timeline. When an extra payment appears during the same month, it can create a small financial cushion that helps manage those obligations more comfortably. Another important part of this discussion involves staying informed and paying attention to official communications about benefits. While headlines and social media posts often spread quickly, the most reliable information usually comes through official announcements and updates related to the Social Security program. Beneficiaries who stay informed about changes to payment schedules or benefit adjustments are better prepared to understand how those changes affect their own finances. For older adults who depend on Social Security, awareness is one of the most valuable tools they have. Understanding how benefits work, how payment schedules are structured, and how government decisions affect the program allows beneficiaries to make confident financial decisions. Knowledge about these updates helps prevent confusion and ensures that people recognize legitimate changes when they occur. The broader conversation around Social Security also continues beyond this single announcement. Policymakers regularly discuss ways to strengthen and protect the program for both current retirees and future generations. These discussions involve questions about long-term funding, benefit adjustments, and strategies to maintain stability as the population ages. While those conversations often take time and involve many perspectives, the goal remains the same: ensuring that Social Security continues to provide dependable support for Americans who rely on it. For now, the approval of an additional payment this month represents a step aimed at providing immediate relief. It acknowledges the economic realities many seniors face and reflects an effort by lawmakers to respond to those challenges. Even though the payment itself may not solve every financial concern, it can offer meaningful help during a time when many households are carefully managing their expenses. It is also worth recognizing the importance of planning and financial awareness for retirees. Social Security benefits play a central role in retirement income, but many seniors combine those benefits with other resources such as savings, pensions, or part-time work. Understanding how all these pieces fit together helps retirees create a more stable financial picture and reduces the stress that can come from unexpected changes. When extra payments or benefit adjustments are announced, they should be viewed as part of the larger system designed to support retirees. These payments are intended to provide flexibility and assistance when economic conditions change. By understanding how they work and how they fit into the broader Social Security structure, beneficiaries can make better decisions about their finances. For millions of Americans, the Social Security program represents decades of work and contributions to the system. Workers paid into the program throughout their careers with the expectation that those benefits would support them later in life. Because of that history, changes to Social Security payments always attract strong interest and attention. People want to know that the system they contributed to continues to provide reliable support. The approval of an extra payment this month serves as a reminder of the role government programs can play in supporting financial stability for older adults. While the amount may vary and the circumstances behind the payment may be specific to current economic conditions, the purpose remains focused on helping beneficiaries manage their daily lives with greater confidence. As we conclude this discussion, the most important message to remember is that staying informed about Social Security updates can make a real difference. Understanding how benefits are structured, how payment schedules work, and why certain adjustments happen allows retirees to navigate financial changes with greater clarity. Knowledge helps reduce uncertainty and ensures that beneficiaries know what to expect when policy changes occur. The approval from Congress for this additional Social Security payment highlights the ongoing attention being given to the needs of seniors and other beneficiaries. It reflects recognition of the financial pressures many people continue to experience and represents an effort to provide practical assistance during a challenging time. For retirees and families across the country, this update is another reminder of how important Social Security remains as a foundation of financial security. The program continues to support millions of Americans, helping them maintain independence and dignity during retirement. Understanding these updates allows beneficiaries to stay prepared, manage their finances more effectively, and appreciate the role Social Security plays in supporting everyday life. As new developments continue to emerge, staying informed will remain the key to making the most of the benefits that so many Americans rely on every day.